Good morning. This is B.A. Shepherd, Mr. Idea Man, and this is the Winner's Locker Room. You know what? Did you say hello?
Huh.
Okay. We're going to pick up on yesterday's topic of who's your master and being a slave. Before we go any further, today's show is brought to you by Post-its, blank pieces of white paper, a notebook, and a manila folder. Today, these different companies have sponsored the show. Not really. But the reason I actually brought those out is because in determining who's going to be your master and who you're going to be a slave to or what you're going to be a slave to, these tools right here are essential. The reason being is this. In Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 2, the Bible talks about writing a vision and making it plain. And what I've come to understand is that we don't need more people giving these messages from God and trying to give a new word from God. What I've realized is that we need to really capitalize on what God has already said and really make it practical. So what I'm going to do today is just kind of talk to you about how to use these basic tools to help change your life. If you look behind me, you see all behind me. You have I have notes up on my wall. I have sticky notes. I have little messages that I write. I have little messages that I write to 11-year-olds that are watching me online with their moms right now, and just wanting to show you how when you get an idea, it's not just something that God is wanting to tease you with. Ideas come because there's something inside of you that's stirring, that's moving, that's developing. And what you need to do is you need to capture your ideas. And don't be afraid of making it grand. If you see this paper, it's blank. This right here is your best friend when it comes to your ideas, when it comes to your visions, because there's no obstacles between what's in your mind and what's on this paper other than what you determine. If you want to have a big business or a big ministry, or you want to have a family, whatever you want to have, this blank piece of paper allows you to start to draft that. And it all starts with just one point. You start with one point and it can start to grow. And as you start to develop, as you start to write, and as you start to get your ideas on paper, you start to see them. It'll actually move you to action. As you see them, it'll cause you to act. So what I'm telling you today is quite simple, quite basic. It may seem even elementary, but I guarantee you most of us haven't done it. Most of us don't actually take the time to write our ideas down. And while you're writing your ideas down, if you see some things that you want, cut and paste it to your notebook, but keep these things. Get a 3-ring binder and keep them. And guess what? God's all for that. He gave you a vision. You have a vision for your life. And you know what? It's time for you to start investing in it. You can't just sit and think it's going to happen. It's not. It's not going to happen without you putting at least some effort into it. And today, we're just talking basics. In the Winner's Locker Room, we're talking basics. You need your equipment. Go get some Post-its. Get some blank piece of paper if you don't have any. I use this manila folder. I don't know if you can see it. But inside of it, I write down ideas, checklists. I mark them off. And guess what? As these dreams and visions grow, these folders will contain all that I'm thinking, all that I'm dreaming. And as we start to do that, your life will develop. So, you know what? Have a wonderful day. We love you. We'll check you out tomorrow on the Winner's Locker Room. Say see you, man.
See ya. Hello, this is Mr. Idea Man. And this is the Winner's Locker Room. And there's Fisher Mash and my favorite and a folder and a notebook.